Okay, good morning students. See, last time we have taken the displacement, path length, speed, average velocities concept. Okay, now today we are taking the graphical representation of the motion in the standard 9, chapter 8, motion. Okay, so velocity is given by the displacement upon time, whereas the speed is given by the distance upon time. So if you want to find out the motion and if you want to represent it on the graph, then we can use the graphical representation of the motion. So first we are taking the distance versus time graph. See, whenever the object is moving, then the distance is covered by the object in the given time interval. So here sometimes the object is at rest, then time is going, then also its position is not changing. So we can say that the object is rest. Sometimes object cover the equal distance in the equal time interval. That's why we can say that object is having the uniform motion. But if the object does not cover equal distance in the definite time interval, then we can say that object is having the non-uniform motion. So this is the three type of the motion we have. So in the distance versus time graph, we are using this concept. In the graph, we are using the distance on the y-axis and the time is taken on the x-axis. So on the y-axis, we are taking the distance, and on the x-axis, we are taking the time. So here we have three opportunities. One, object is at rest. Second, uniform motion. And third, non-uniform motion. So in the distance versus time graph, first we are taking the object is rest. That means object position does not change. Suppose at the t equal to 0 time, the object is at the 5 meter distance. So here we are taking this is the object position. Now as the time is increased, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, then also object position is remain as it is here. At the 3 second also object position is same, 4 second is also same, 5 second is same. So here the distance versus time graph for the object at rest is given by straight line on the straight line which is parallel to the x-axis of the time. So this is the object at rest. In this case, the velocity is become 0 because object is at rest. So there is no distance covered by the object. Object position does not change. Okay, this is the first graph. Second, we are taking the uniform motion. In the uniform motion, as we have explained earlier, object cover the equal distance in the equal time interval. So in that case, we are taking the time interval or the time, and here we are taking the distance. Let us take here 0, then 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Let us take. So object cover the equal distance in the equal time interval. When it at the 1 centimeter, the time is 1 second. When it at the 2 centimeter, the time is 2 seconds. At the 3 centimeter, suppose the time is 3 seconds. So in this way, we get the straight line. Here object cover the equal distance in the equal time interval. So here we can represent all these points, and these points when joined it becomes the straight line. So in the uniform motion, the object covers the equal distance in the equal time interval. distance versus time graph. Here if you take the parallel line and the perpendicular line, here is the perpendicular line and all the perpendicular lines join. So suppose if you are taking any 2 points on the straight line, suppose this is the point A point and here is the B point, then both the perpendicular lines intersect at the one point. Let us take this is the C point. So by taking the slope is what? The slope is given by the y-axis upon x-axis. That is known as the slope. So here the slope is given by the BC upon AC. Slope is equal to BC upon AC. Again, BC is what? BC is given by the difference of the distance. So here let us take the 2 cm is the S1 distance and 3 cm here is the S2 distance. When the object is at the S1 distance 2 cm, the time is 2 seconds. The time is taken as the T1. Same way, when the object is at the 3 cm, then the object's time is 3 seconds. Let us take it is the T2. So BC is given by S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1. And the AC is given by T2 minus T1. So it is the distance covered in the given time interval. So that is given the speed. So here we can say that the speed is given by the slope drawn in the distance versus time graph. So speed is given by the slope BC upon AC, S2 minus S1 upon T2 minus T1, and it is equal to here S2 minus S1 3 minus 2 upon time interval T2 minus T1 3 minus 2. So it is the 1 upon 1. So 1 centimeter per second. So you can take any 2 points on the line joining and you can get the slope. This slope will give the speed for the distance versus time graph in the uniform motion. In the case of the non-uniform motion, the object does not cover the equal distance in the given time interval. So in that case, the distance versus time graph is become different. In the uniform motion, if you take any slope on the line joining, you will get the constant slope. So in that way, the velocity or the speed is also constant. Here the speed is also constant. Okay, so this is known as the uniform motion, in which the object covers the equal distance in the equal time interval. In non-uniform motion, now let us take the non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion, the object does not cover equal distance in equal time. So in that case, the distance versus time graph is like this. It is the curved type graph. Okay, so here the distance covered in different time interval is different here. So if you take the slope, then you will get the different slope. Different slope indicate the different speed here. So this is the non-uniform motion in which we have drawn the distance versus time graph. Another graph we are taking, that is the speed versus time graph. Another topic we are taking the velocity versus time graph. So in the velocity versus time graph also we are taking the three options. One, the velocity is constant, that is the uniform motion. Second, uniform accelerated motion. Third one is the non-uniform accelerated motion. Okay, so velocity versus time graph. Here also we are taking the velocity on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. Okay, first case velocity is constant. So velocity is constant. In that case, we can say that velocity's value does not change with respect to time. So in that case, we can get the straight line which is parallel to the x-axis in the graph of the velocity versus time graph. Here on the y-axis we are taking the velocity and here the time on the x-axis. So here velocity is remain constant at any point. So if you join all the points, you will get the line which is parallel to the x-axis. So here you can take the time t1, time t2 also. So in this case, velocity versus time graph, if the velocity is constant, then from the graph v versus t, we can also get the distance covered by the object in the given time interval t2 minus t1. So how we can get the distance from the graph v versus t? If you take the area of the velocity versus time graph, then we will get the distance for the time interval t2 minus t1. So for that we are drawing the perpendicular line on the x-axis from the velocity. This is the perpendicular line. So here let us take this is the A point, here is B point, C point and D point. So the area given by the velocity versus time graph is given by CB into AB. So the area is equal to CB into AB. The CB is equal to velocity V2 minus V1. Here is the V2 and this is the V1. V2 minus V1 into the AB time interval T2 minus T1. So in this way, this area gives the distance. Velocity into time. Velocity into time. If you take the unit of the velocity into time, then it is the distance upon time into time. So it is the meter per second into second. So it is the meter. So the area is equal to CB into AB. That gives the distance. V into t. If you take the unit of the V into t, it is the unit of the distance. Okay. So in this way we get the distance from the velocity versus time graph for the given time interval t2 minus t1. Second point, when the accelerated motion takes place, uniformly accelerated motion takes place, in that case the velocity is equally changed in the equal time interval, or another way we can say it is the uniform rate of velocity change with respect to time. In that case, we can take the velocity versus time graph. This velocity versus time graph, let us take at the 0 time, that is from initial velocity, we can take the v1. And as the time is increased, the velocity is changed uniformly. So it is the graph, this is the straight line graph here. Here also, if you want to find out the distance, then here we have to draw the area of the v versus time graph. So here let us take this is the A point, here is the B point, C, and this is the O point. We can join the A point to the M point. AM, it is perpendicular to the BC. So here we get the distance. The distance is obtained by using the area. So area of the triangle AMB plus area of rectangle AMCO. So the total area of this velocity versus time graph that gives the distance in the uniform accelerated motion. Here we can take the area of the triangle is 1 upon 2 base into height, 1 upon 2 AM into BM, plus area of the rectangle is given by MC into OC, that is the length into breadth. So in the uniform accelerated motion, in this way we get the distance by taking the total area of the v versus t graph. In the non-uniform accelerated motion, we can draw the velocity versus time graph, but here the velocity is changing unequally with respect to time interval. So you can draw any type of the graph, like this graph, or another graph we can take like this. So here in the non-uniform accelerated motion, the velocity change unequal with respect to time interval. Okay.